What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk to you about how to survive your worst trading days, or maybe not your worst trading days, but the charts, the markets, the least trending price action you've ever seen. You don't know what to do. You're least confident what to do. The simple advice would be when in doubt, just stay out. You don't have to take a trade every day if it's not presented to your plan, if it's not clear structure. If you're not confident in it, you're probably not going to execute it to your best ability. So you don't have to trade it. You can come back tomorrow when it is better criteria, but for the most part, I know a lot of people have a tough time getting off the charts. So what can we do when the charts are a little bit choppy? Well, you can see today on my TradeZilla, doing markups, studying how to play these type of days so that when they are slower or when it's not presenting exactly to your plan, you've now playbooked other ideas of how to get into the market. So that way, maybe 3 months from now on a choppier day, I could play ideas that are similar to these ones because I've seen them work out time and time again, or I've seen them not play out. So I actually don't want to play it that way. I thought that might be a good setup, but I've seen it lose time and time again. So actually, never mind. But there were some nice, clean opportunities today, no doubt about it. But for first, let's just check out the good ones, I guess. So we were live on ASFX TV this morning. Austin took this short, really, really clean. At the time, I was probably leaning a little bit more bullish because I was a little unsure exactly on direction. When we could even just go over the trading view real quick to compare it. If we look on the 15-minute here on the left side, I'll make it big screen. Up until that point at the open, we're right in here. That from the changeover of day, I'm still seeing some choppiness, yes, but some higher highs and higher lows, certainly from yesterday. And we even opened up above yesterday's high. So I'm still leaning potentially long bias more so than not until we could really get some bearish sentiment, which is why somewhere along here, you'd probably be looking for shorts. We could definitely go over that. But this is just a classic break of a lower day view up. You could even compare it to, it may look a little wonky, but not taking the first break outside the open range low here, right? Normally it's clean and quick of rejection of New York, trade it back short, second time back outside the open range low, right? That didn't happen as quickly, but this is pretty much the same idea. The second break back below. Same price you were looking to sell it here, just after this pullback has come in so you don't get stopped out too soon and you're able to catch the bearish price action before it comes in. Now, a better look at it, if you miss this entry, because you're not fully confident on the shorts, there's another one right after. So this first trade, maybe it went 1 hour, maybe it hadn't, but it's still alive at the time that it presents, right? This was that first short we just went over. It retests that same price. You can get in a little bit later because this red line down here, if you've seen any of my edge fill videos, I talk about the initial balance a lot, that first hour of the trading day. So that's the red line below us that we just know statistically it's probably going to break at least one side. And even more so, statistically, it probably only breaks one side, not double break. We'll take a look at an example of that later on. But we know we're probably going to at least break one side, and it looks like it wants to go get the bottom. So being that this attempt down didn't quite get it, well, it's still alive. That initial balance low is there for the taking. We know we probably want to go get it. It's looking like the bottom wants to be broken first, not the top. So seeing the sellers defend this New York one more time, we're clearly still building lower highs from previous. We just held the New York. It's outside the open range low again. Let me go get that initial balance low. So right, you could have been out of it here, but it does go 2R, 2.6R, way further, but you could have still just gotten your at least 1R out of it. Those were the two best trades to start off the day, right? But again, I was a little bit fogged. I kind of want to see longs work out for whatever reason. Obviously, my reasoning that 15-minute, but maybe I was holding on to that too tightly. Then after that, we can come to this trade. So my next favorite trade, we just went over the initial balance being broken. Well, that was fulfilled. Great. I also use it as a key level. So it extends lower, right? You know I'm not chasing that lower at the very low price, chasing the move because I'm mad I missed this short, right? No, I missed my price. That train is gone. I missed it. Oh well, let's look for the next best opportunity. Well, it pulls back, retests that same initial balance low because now I'm going to use it as a key level. And then it breaks the lower day VWAP the exact same way it did over here, right? A break for a new lower day, pull back, break of lower day VWAP. Let's go make another new lower day. So that was the next best trade. The one thing you can see now is that blue VWAP below us. That's yesterday's New York. So it could be tough. That's what kept me out of it. I was no longer looking for longs at that point. I am now bearish on the day. But tough risk reward to that yesterday's New York. But you can see, has no problem slicing right through it. So the easy one was probably just keep on selling that. I definitely don't want to buy it. I thought about buying it. Good thing I didn't. That would have been a very amateur move of me of just fighting the structure. There's no way I could buy that. Why am I even trying to think and be all cute to try to buy it and we just reverse back up? That's not what I do best. That's how I get fried. That just when in doubt, I'm gonna ride the structure. So my best bet is to just sell it in continuation of trend until the trend runs out and it's over. All right, then maybe I'll look to turn and catch it back long. But it's not giving me any bullish structure at all. So I cannot be buying that. And thankfully, I didn't. Now we go over here. I mentioned that initial balance. Here's maybe a clearer view at it. Is that first break, that left circle, that's the initial balance break low. Okay, well, there's one side broken. We probably don't want to break both sides. So that kind of rules out this green circle up top here, because now this is into the afternoon. That bearish move we just went over did not sustain. It came all the way back up. But that black line is at an opening range low that you definitely could have made money, right? If you buy it here above the New York. Tough to do because we've seen sellers definitely could have stepped back in and created another lower high here, lower low. So no shorts there or no longs there yet, but no shorts either. But then when it's in and around here, I really did want to sell it. Unfortunately, I just did not pull the trigger. So I did not get nothing out of it. So it's tough to go see it go 4R without me, but we live another day. We're fine. But the reason I didn't long it here, chasing this higher high, higher low, well, one, I talked about it earlier, the train leaving. This just moved up 50 points. The train is gone. I should have, if I was going to be long, I got to be long somewhere lower. I can't be now seeing the 50-point move and say, oh my God, it looks super bullish. Let me jump in now. No, I missed the train. I missed the move. The move already happened. So it's tough to get in, especially without a pullback like this. This is just straight up. Okay, that's one of why I'm not just buying it. The second reason I wouldn't be buying it is to that initial balance, right? So the green circle, like I was mentioning, is that initial balance high. Well, the stats on this day for Tuesdays, 27% of the time we double break the initial balance. Again, we took out the bottom, so to take out the top would be the double break. We probably don't double break it. So there's a 27% chance that basically we make a new high a day up here. So I'm not really looking for that to be a target. So I'm not really looking along this up to there, as well as I kind of want to see the buyers slow down here, which they have. They're just chopping now. I kind of want to trade it back in the direction of the overall trend today, which is bearish, and I can get a good stop above because again, if for whatever reason price did get up here, all right, well maybe it's an unlikely day, and we do in fact go double break, but at least I can get good risk reward with a good reason for my stop and a clear target that I'd want to fade. And if a 27% probability gets fulfilled, you got to live with that because that you had probabilities in your favor. Now, why I really liked it, here's just another view of it. The short, the left side. Look at that 15-minute where I'm looking to sell it back down. That's what we look like here on the 15-minute. Holding right on the daily VWAP. Lower highs from pre-market into New York Open. Now here, am I going to buy it? No, we're still making lower highs and lower lows. So I'm still very, very bearish on the 1 minute, as well as that 15 minutes right at a key view up where I know where you could reject and come down from. So good thing I didn't buy it expecting or hoping it broke above. I actually wanted to sell it back in to trend. So that's the reason for wanting to sell it. I know it's behind my camera here on the right side, but that's what the 15-minute looked like. So good thing I didn't buy it there, but it would have been a really nice short. But then even still, later on in the afternoon, the last hour of the day, right back up. So if we go back to that, I think it's on the minis. Did I draw it on? Let's check. Yeah, so here's the drawing of it that you just saw in this. But over here, if I turn on handy dandy yesterday's New York view up, right? Remember we traded down to it on one of those first shorts. Let's put that back on. After the big move down that I wanted to short, we bounced off it again. So I actually marked up a long as I'm on a coaching call. I marked up a long here because it's late in the day. At that point, it's oh, wow, that's 350. The day's almost over. But I'm not expecting a new low a day to be made. We've used enough gas. I'm not going to predict a break of a yesterday's New York again, right? Because we held it here. We're holding it again. This just looks like the creation of a higher low that I'm not expecting a new low to be made. Could this bounce higher from here? And it did. Right back up. So about 100 points in here, another 60 points in here, another 50 points down, and another 40, we'll say, right back up. A lot of move happening today, but it didn't really continue very far. I mean, look at where we opened up the day at New York Open and where we finished. What is that, like 10 points below? We moved 150 points throughout the day just to get back to where we started. That's why trading is funny. That there was a lot of gas in it, but it really didn't go anywhere. But I think just forcing longs up here would be tough. Looking for shorts in and around here is tough, right? Because like I said, I think I skipped this part. We had those nice lower highs and lower lows, those trades we went over in around the New York VWAP, the other one that was trading to the yesterday's New York. But when you're down here, I know many of you are going to argue, we're below yesterday's New York, Evan. Look at it. The blue line's now above us. So shouldn't I be shorting this below yesterday's New York? With any of these VWAPs, whether it's New York, whether it's on a 15-minute or a 5-minute, price is going to play around these levels. That's rarely going to just pin it perfectly and bounce. That this is still, especially since it has come right back up above it like this still now clearly looks like it held it. Buyers defended it and brought us right back above. So I can't predict that, oh, we broke it, we're going to continue lower. So that's why you trade to these VWAPs down to here. Once you're there, I'm doing nothing. I'm either reacting to the bounce and trading it away from it, or see it break through, and then I'll continue trading through it, right? Once I'm at it, I just have to wait and see who takes that control, because it's just very tough. Even looking here at the open, right? Oh, buyers are in. They're above it. Should I be long it? Yeah, it's above it, but very quickly, 5 minutes later, it's right back below. It's very rarely just pins it perfectly, like I guess you could say right here, right? Very rarely is that how we respect VWAPs. Just a perfect pin and then boom, fall away. It normally fakes you out above, fakes you out below, plays around with it a little bit, and then it makes its move that it actually wants to make. So I don't think it was the toughest day to make money, right? I hope I didn't scare anybody on the intro of the video of like, oh my God, how ugly was today? Did I miss anything? What happened? It wasn't too bad, but clean trend in the morning, a weird rip higher in the afternoon, another sink right back down in the afternoon. But I think just the biggest lessons was just take advantage of the trend. When you're making clean lower highs and lower lows, don't try to call the bottom unless you're at a VWAP. But even then, I wouldn't try to call the bottom. I would see if it could maybe set a bottom and maybe try to long it back up once you've now bounced away from it a little bit. Don't be trying to buy it right at the bottom. See it turn, right? Same thing of like not buying it right here. See if it could bounce a little bit and buy it a little bit higher once you get a little bit more confirmation that buyers are bouncing it. So, pretty good day of trading, lots of opportunities, but more importantly, like I said, great day for markups. If you want to get better at trading any day, trending day or not, you got to be doing markups. You got to be studying these trades, generating these ideas so you can get more experience, get more discretion, right? You've seen these play out plenty of times. You're going to get more confident to take it next time. So it's boring. Nobody wants to do it. You maybe don't see the results of it tomorrow. It might take a week or two or a month to stack up 100, 200 markups and really feel confident about it. But you got to take that long-term approach and say, I'm going to thank myself in 6 months from now from doing 5 to 10 markups a day and being able to see 500 examples of my best trades, my worst trades, because then in 6 months, I'm going to be able to execute without hesitation and with full confidence. So let me do the boring work now that nobody wants to do, and it'll pay off in the long run. All right. So I appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you ever have any questions about any of these setups I take, the VWAP this, the trending structure that, it's always available. Always feel free to reach out to me. You can go check out the Futures 2.0 course on AceFX TV. I break it down all on there. You'll see many of these setups on there, my best setups. And then, yeah, hope you guys trade safe. I'll see you guys on the charts tomorrow morning.